ESPN.com's Ted Miller. I'm here with ESPN.com's senior columnist Gene Wojciechowski after a thrilling Stanford 17-14 overtime win that dashed Oregon's national title hopes. This didn't play out like many of us thought it would, did it?
No, if anybody saw our pregame video, I think we were making fun of Stanford's chances of even just staying within 21 points. And what do? They not only beat the spread, they beat Oregon, and they did it the old-fashioned way. They ran the ball, they played good defense, played timely defense, and I don't know exactly what happened with Oregon tonight, but I think it was a confluence of all the things we did talk about in the pregame. Maybe some sloppy conditions, Marcus Mariota being put in a position he hadn't been put in before. He said after the game this was his first ever overtime game. So I think there were a lot of things that happened tonight that maybe Oregon wasn't absolutely, I don't want to say not prepared for, just wasn't accustomed to.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked about was it was a redshirt freshman quarterback for Stanford, Kevin Hogan, making his first road start. He responded with aplomb, and they tackled well. They didn't let Oregon get into space and operate. You were in the Ducks locker room. I was with Stanford, and they were trying to keep it in perspective, not to act like they just won the Super Bowl. How were the Ducks?
They were subdued, but not in sort of curled in the fetal position sort of way. The theme was, and I'm sure it's what Chip Kelly told them after the game, we're going to come back Monday, we're going to put it all back together. We've still got a game against Oregon State left, and I'm sure Chip saw the Kansas State score, and he sees how fluid the situation still is. We only have one undefeated team that's eligible for the BCS championship right now. That's Notre Dame, and we have a lot of one-loss teams, and Oregon is one of those one-loss teams.
Yeah, well, just when you think you know what's going to happen in college football, something happens and makes you feel silly and reminds you that you don't know. With Gene Wojciechowski, I'm ESPN.com's Ted Miller.